Have you ever been so young, so scared, and no one seemed to notice? This is the story of Nora, a 9-year-old girl who was cheerful, bright, and full of dreams, until something happened that she didn't understand and didn't know how to say. But in the end, she found her voice and changed everything. Nora was just like any other little girl. She loved to dance, draw, and read stories. She was in primary 4, had lots of friends, and came home every day full of energy. But when the school bus dropped her off, the house was always quiet. Her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Olani, worked late running their shop in town. They were doing their best, working hard to provide for Nora. But that also meant Nora was alone. A lot. One day, Nora told her mum, "Mummy, I don't like staying home by myself." Her mother looked at her gently and said, "We're sorry, Nora. We're doing this for you, to pay your school fees, buy your clothes." Nora nodded. She understood, but her heart still ached for someone to talk to. So her mum came up with an idea. "From now on, you'll stay with Mama Kemi after school." Mama Kemi was their neighbor, a friendly woman who sold roasted corn and smiled a lot. It sounded like a good idea, at first. At first, Mama Kemi's home felt okay. She gave Nora food, told funny stories, and let her watch cartoons. One day, she even bought her a brand new football. "You're like the little sister I never had," she said. Nora smiled. She felt special. But then, things changed. One afternoon, Mama Kemi sat too close. She said, "Let's play a secret game. But don't tell anyone, okay?" Nora didn't understand, but she felt strange, scared, and she didn't want to play, but Mama Kemi insisted. "It's okay, you'll get used to it." Only, Nora never did. Nora became quiet. She stopped dancing, stopped laughing. At night, she woke up from nightmares. She even started wetting the bed again. She didn't know how to talk about what was happening. She just knew something was wrong, and no one could see it, not yet. Until one day at school, her teacher, Miss Adebayo, noticed. Nora, the girl who always smiled, now sat alone, head down. During lunch break, Miss Adebayo gently pulled her aside. "Nora, is everything okay?" Nora looked down. Tears filled her eyes, and in a tiny whisper she said, "It's Mama Kemi. She makes me feel not okay." Miss Adebayo listened, carefully. She held Nora's hand and said, "You are so brave. This is not your fault, and I will help you." She called the school counselor, then the head teacher, then Nora's parents. When they heard what had happened, they were heartbroken. "We're so sorry, Nora," her mother cried. "We should have listened better." From that day, everything changed. Mama Kemi was reported and arrested. Nora's parents made sure she was never left alone again. They adjusted their schedule and took her to a counselor. Bit by bit, Nora began to smile again. The nightmares stopped. The bedwetting ended. She danced again, played football with her friends. She became herself again. One day, Nora walked up to her teacher and said, "Thank you for helping me." Her teacher smiled and replied, "You helped yourself first. You spoke up." Because that's what courage looks like. Sometimes it's just a whisper, sometimes it's just a look. But every child deserves to be seen, heard, and safe. If you ever feel like something is wrong, don't keep it inside. Tell someone you trust. There is always someone who will listen,